Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so where we left off, we were just painting the gray shadow parts. So I just did an almond shape for the eye. Don't worry if it's too big, because this is just like the shadow part. Oops. And do the same for the other one. Okay. Now with the same gray, add a little bit of white, and we're going to do the little whiskers. So basically where that beak kind of meets the face, just do a little catfish mustache. Again, try to use your paintbrush kind of like it's a marker. Use the tip, and you should be able to get a nice clean line like that. If you are messing up, if your lines are going too thick or whatnot, because it's water paint, the easiest way to fix it is just take a little cloth with some water, wipe it off. But in between sessions, I will be circulating. So if you have any issues, as long as I'm not doing this, raise your hand and I will come see you right away. So now we basically have the whole background and the fish blocked in. It's lacking some color though. This is supposed to be sunfish. So my fish that I did on the original painting were mostly orange with some yellow highlights. So you can choose to do the same color as me, or you can choose to do one mostly yellow, one mostly red. Totally up to you. It's your universe. But what we want to do first is put a yellow base down. Because yellow is the lightest color, we won't be able to get that pure yellow if we do red first. So think like a cow. We're going to put some random spots. A little bit on his tail. And this guy will have, oops. That's what happens when you use dollar store paint. Don't worry about blending this stuff. If it looks messy, it actually looks cooler. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I want one to be kind of yellow and one to be kind of red, so I'm going to choose to leave these spots more yellow than anything, and I'm going to punch these up a bit. So now I'm just going to go right into my orange, and I'm going to cover that. And see how I'm using my brush? Because it's a cat tongue shape, it's basically making that scaly look without me even having to try. Now I will put a little bit of orange in this guy, but only where I would have some gray. Kind of make it look shadowy. C'est ça. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of red. And I'm going to go a little bit slower with this part because I actually want it to kind of look like fish scales. Experiment with this part. You might not like how scaly it looks. You might like that it just looks colored in. Oh, for my lighter fish, what I did with the red, I'm going to mix a little bit of orange and yellow so it's not quite as dark. Okay, so our fish have been colored in. Again, mine are looking kind of see-through because I didn't put enough white, but yours will look nice and solid. Now, we literally only have 3 things left to do. We need to give the fish some eyeballs, and we need to add some ripples, and we need to add some closer stars. So, we'll do the ripples first, because we still want to use the white. If there's a little bit of yellow in your white, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And we're just going to follow the form of the fish. So normally whenever we see fish swimming in the water, they have like this water mountain ripple thing in front of their face. So I'm going to do that. Just literally finding where I'm going to put my first line and then just doing a couple like that. And we'll do one that goes along the back tail. You know, you can get more swirly if you want, or you can just kind of leave them the way I'm doing it. Don't put too much. Again, we don't want to overload the painting with a ton of lines. Alright. Now with your pure white, you might want to go over, if you were like me and rushed, you know, just kind of go over where stuff should stick out a little bit. So the top of the head, the back. And we want to indicate some sort of scaly back thing on the fish. So on this one here, I'm just going to go doop, 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 doop. Basically about halfway between the fins. And same for this one, only this guy we're kind of seeing the back. So that's it. We're going to go back to our pointy brush. And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the blue mixed with white. Only we're going to do yellow mixed with white. And these stars will just look a little bit closer. Same idea. Boop, boop, boop. Find some random spots that look a little bit lonely. And put our happy little stars. It's already looking like universal fish. I'm going to go back into those little snowflake stars I made, and I'm just going to put a brighter star in the middle to make it look like it's kind of going, bah! Alright kids, we literally have one color left to do. I saved this to the last because it is the most intimidating part, because now all of a sudden we have to get small. Pure black. And you have to kind of figure out, am I going to be able to make a tiny line with that paintbrush? If my size is too big, so see if we have something smaller. Because this is what you want to do. That gray part that you made, make a little slit in the middle, and then kind of the almond shape underneath, like that. So, a slit, a little rounded thing like that. Now with the black still on your brush, I'm going to do some nostrils. This guy, we can only see one of his nostrils. And then we're going to go and detail the fish a little bit more. So right here, just going to make a line under his armpit. Boop, boop, and follow those fin parts. Boop, boop, boop. Same thing for the tail. Et voilà! Les poissons de l'espace. That is it. I hope you enjoyed painting this with me today. If you enjoyed this painting, then go ahead and take a look at our website. We have tons of samples, and you can see what's going to be coming to a pub or restaurant near you and can sign up for it. We also take suggestions, and don't be surprised if you see your painting and your face on our Facebook page, Instagram, and you can basically upload stuff as you will. So again, thank you for coming out, and we hope to see you next time.